Welcome to Ultimate Gadgets, the gadget show that takes the tech out of technology. On today's show, sleek geeks take to the catwalk as fashion technology becomes all the rage. An endangered bird is reborn as an amazing robotic controller, and the ultimate gadget for scuba diving drivers. Also on the show, point-and-click digital cameras go head-to-head, a lesson on power cleaning, plus many more gadget goodies. After buying a few grand on a fancy new TV with a souped-up audio system, it would be easy to save a few quid on the cost of connecting them all together. This, however, is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. So let's find out why it's so important to buy a good quality cable.
Now, a lot of people go out, buy their home entertainment systems, whether hi-fi systems, HD TVs, but obviously the weakest link that connects all of these components together is the cable. And it's the cable is actually becoming a component in itself. A lot of people don't realize that, you know, the data rates, the information you have to pass between your components is super critical, and obviously has to reach that TV or that home entertainment system at one piece.
When it comes to purchasing cables, it seems like there's an almost infinite choice of manufacturers, products and price points. You don't have to always buy the most expensive cables, but we recommend that you stay well clear of the bottom end of the market. Obvious features to look out for include silver-plated copper wire, which enables a good strong signal between your devices, and good shielding, which prevents interference and reduces noise. High-quality jacks and connectors are a good idea too. So-called dirty power is also a big problem when it comes to maintaining AV fidelity.
Okay, what is dirty power? Well, first of all, the electricity starts out at the big power plants, and they have no control over the electricity once it leaves the power plant and starts its journey across those fields, through the pylons, electricity cables, and then down into your homes. Now, when the power leaves the power station and starts its journey, it's wide open to all kinds of aerial attacks, from radio frequency interferences, for example, from products like mobile phones, where all these cables absorb this filthy power and these frequencies and feed it directly into your home. And it can damage and degrade all the components when they're connected.
So if you're looking to connect a couple of ultimate gadgets together, don't skimp on the cables unless you like it dirty. But the final word has to go to the head monster himself. Take it away, HM.
You get what you paid for. If you're gonna buy that big screen TV, you're gonna buy that surround sound system, you don't wanna compromise by using cheap interconnect cables. You wouldn't drive your Ferrari on the spare tire, would you? So you gotta get all the performance you paid for, and you do that with buying the very best interconnect cables and power products possible. After all, it's a small part of that whole purchase price. So don't shortchange yourself.
Let's face it, we all love our mobile phones. But what is it about them that we like so much? We hit the streets to find out.
Well, I just got a new one actually, which is a 8 gig Nokia.
I'm a big Nokia fan.
I like that it's got a camera, most importantly.
I like good cameras. Good cameras are good on phones. They should make better cameras so that they're more like cameras.
More of a complete system. It's my iPod, it's my camera, and it also answers the phone, you know.
I don't know, I've been with Nokia for about 7 years and I'm very much used to it. And
I like about it because it can cool people in it.
Yeah, any gadgets, like I don't need the camera, I just want to be kind of straightforward, easy to use, and that's it.
I love the fact that my phone gives me email on the go, internet on the go, and it's my iPod as well. It's an iPhone.
Everything, like I said, you got touch screen, I got internet inside, I got very good camera.
I've got an N95 8 gig and I think it's great. It's got a brilliant camera, 5 megapixel.
Well, I'm just getting down to putting videos on it. I love the fact I can put music on it.
Get songs, Bluetooth stuff.
That it's pink. It's a D900 eye candy, so it was pink, it was cute, fit in my handbag. Everything I needed, really.
Got a Nokia, I have to check. Got a Nokia, that one. Don't really know the number, don't really care to be honest. I like it because there you go, 6500. It's skinny, it's good, I quite like the colour.
answering calls, text messages. It's got touch screen, so it's quite cool. Yeah.
The messaging service is very easy.
About my mobile phone, it's a Sony Ericsson. I've always liked Sony Ericssons. It's a good music phone, good for music.
Oh, and then it's got WAP. That's quite useful as well.
And then we see some software in it.
I can make calls, that's all I use it.
Got 8 gig built-in memory.
And good photos as well.
It does all the communications, 3G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, blah, blah, blah.
I can have multiple email accounts, including my work email on it.
In a way unique, you know, because I've been going out many times and it's been dropping on the floor and
it's just an all-round brilliant phone.
If I'm sitting on a train, want to listen to some tunes, plug in the headphones, away I go.
My mobile phone is great.
Next on Ultimate Gadgets, the Ultimate Gadget Guide to point-and-click digital cameras in our latest head-to-head. And look out, it's a bird, it's a plane. Actually, it's a bird. Well, it's named after one. The Falcon swoops onto the show. We like to bring you stories about products that really are cutting edge. Gadgets that may or may not change your life, but are out there, looking to become the next big thing. So does this look like the next big thing? Well, it's quite big, it's a thing, and it's next on Ultimate Gadgets. But what is it?
The Falcon lets you feel shape, weight, texture, dynamics, and force effects. So it's the first time that you can feel what a character is feeling in a game. So for example, you can feel the shape of an object that it's three-dimensional. You can feel the texture of an object. You can feel the recoil of a gun in a first-person shooter. And instead of using an interface like a meter or a mouse click to interface with a game, you can actually use the same kind of motions that you would in real life.
Essentially, the Falcon is a little robot that uses the same haptic technology that has been used in scientific, medical and geoscientific fields for many years. And the force feedback effect updates 1,000 times a second, letting you feel weight, texture, shape, dimension and dynamics in PC games. It works by using many tiny motors linked to game software to simulate a multitude of effects. We used a demo program that was loaded on it, and it really did feel like we were pushing our hand through a ball of molasses or sliding it on a ball of ice. Of course, don't confuse this with touch, it's just force feedback on a much more accurate scale.
The technology actually came out of Sandia National Laboratories, and we have several patents on both the device and the software. We've been working in the commercial haptic field for many years, and we were really determined to do something for the consumer market, but the cost of the hardware has really been a gating factor. So this device is designed to retail for under $100 in mass market quantities versus commercial devices that are thousands of dollars. So that's really the thing that makes this practical for the consumer market for the first time.
Now, it's pretty hard to describe exactly what this controller feels like, but we can assure you it does what they say, and we were amazed at just how much response we got from this ultimate gadget.
So, for example, in a golf game, you actually feel the swing of the club, you're moving in the same kind of motion that you would in real life, you're feeling when the club strikes the ball, and in a first-person shooter, you're feeling the recoil of the weapon, you're feeling what direction you're being shot from, you're feeling weight if you're picking something up. If you're doing a sword fight, you can feel the clash of the other person's weapon. So these are all unique things that haven't been in gaming in the past.
There is a catch though. The software side of the technology has to be incorporated into the game for it to have the desired effect. Once it is though, imagine using a machine gun and having the recoil bounce your hand around, making it hard to keep aim. Even moving on a sinking ship and fighting the controller to keep your footing. The possibilities are endless. The exciting thing is, with clever support from publishers, it has the potential to create new kinds of gameplay features, just like the Rumble Pack did when it was introduced by Nintendo in the 90s.
Wow. That is really good. That is so damn cool.
There's nothing else on the market like it, and they have just signed a deal with games powerhouse Electronic Arts to support the controller on future game releases, so expect to see plenty more of the Falcon. notice your favourite football star, you reach for your digital camera and whoops, that's right, you lost it along with your luggage at Heathrow Airport.
How unusual.
Not to worry, there's plenty of digital cameras on the market.
So stay focused as we open our aperture on the Ultimate Gadget Guide to point and shoot digital cameras.
The first cab off the rank is Sony's CyberShot T300. Sleek, stylish and, dare we say it, a sexy little number, which will set you back around £230. It offers up to 10.1 megapixels and is definitely designed to make the best dressed list. Navigation is via the generous 3.5-inch touchscreen, which takes a bit of getting used to, but ultimately delivers maximum vision for your pics and menus. With so much going for it, the T300 drops the ball, with picture quality being just on the good side of average. Slightly cheaper and somewhat more robust, the Canon Ixus 970 looks curvier and more rounded than the Sony. Also delivering 10.1 megapixels, Canon's Happy Snapper makes it easy to navigate through the menu screens and delivers both a standard 2.5-inch LCD screen and viewfinder. Picture quality is high, giving it the edge over the T300, even if it does need a nip and tuck.
And maybe a screen extension.
Last but certainly not least, the Lumix FS5 from Panasonic is surprisingly cheap. At around 180 quid, it delivers a very competitive alternative. Slightly chunkier than super sleek Sony,
but not stylish.
This 10.1 megapixel camera delivers a simplistic menu system, making navigation a breeze. Sporting a standard 2.5-inch screen and delivering excellent quality pics, it shows up its more expensive counterparts without blowing the budget.
Great, so I can afford to buy some new luggage then. It's a photo finish.
So if you want to look good while taking happy snaps of your footy heroes, then the Sony T300 is a perfect accessory. But if you want great snaps with all the features, go for the Ixus 970.
Or save yourself a few quid and grab the Panasonic Lumix FS5, which performed just as well and is our ultimate gadget.
Still to come on Ultimate Gadgets, it's a technology fashion frenzy, as gadgets get image conscious, and if you think your motor leaks in the winter, check out this water walking wonder.
James Bond has always had an enviable car collection, and without doubt one of the most memorable of these would have to be Roger Moore's Lotus from the 1977 movie The Spy Who Loved Me. Well, once again it seems that reality is turning out to be stranger than fiction. First submersible car, aptly named the Scuba, has just made its debut at this year's Geneva Motor Show. The concept vehicle was built by Rinspeed for Essilor, one of Europe's leading designers of concept vehicles, and is loosely based on a standard mid-engine sports car. The original combustion engine has been replaced by several electric motors. One provides propulsion on land and the other two drive the screws for underwater motoring, and these are supported by two powerful C-Bob jet drives in the front. Unlike 007's Lotus, the cabin is not enclosed. The Scuba floats and the driver needs to open one of its doors to let water into the waterproof passenger compartment. The occupant's breathing air is supplied by an integrated tank of compressed air, and the car can dive up to a depth of 10 metres. All the lubricants in the Scuba are biodegradable, and the lithium-ion powered car produces zero emissions, so the vehicle is even good for the environment. The car has been designed with an open cabin, so that passengers can make a quick exit in an emergency. But that's not the only reason. With an enclosed volume of just 2 cubic metres of air, the vehicle weight would have to increase by 2 tonnes just to counteract the unwanted buoyancy, giving the Scuba the land mobility of a beached whale. Thankfully, in the case of an abandoned car, the Scuba services automatically. The Scuba has also been designed to appeal to discerning Bond girls, with its stylish interior that features a mother-of-pearl trim and even diamond-plated non-slip inlays. Although, we're not quite sure how keen your average dolled-up supermodel would be on going for a quick dip on the way to her next formal function. In the good old days, the personal computer came in a beige box, with a beige monitor and a beige keyboard and mouse. Then in the late 90s, Apple came along and introduced lots of colour and innovative design into its range of Macintosh computers. Fast forward to today, and the demand for truly personalised computers has never been so great.
So in the past, we saw very few machines that had really good industrial design, and generally those machines weren't very interesting from a technology perspective. And on the other hand, if you wanted something that was, a rockin' powerful PC, it generally came in an ugly box that looked like a mini mainframe sitting next to your desk. But now, for the first time, not only are we seeing great PCs that have great design, but now we're seeing this amazing variety of offerings. Everything from machines for the woman fashionista, machines that are very specific to a CEO executive that wants to come into a boardroom and make a statement, not only with their presence, but with their PC. Things for PCs for gamers, PCs for people who want a PC that blends into their decor at home, but is also a really, really good PC. All kinds of different options that offer, again, great design, great functionality, but also match up with my particular personality and desires.
This is the IBM Lenovo Reserve Edition, and it's a great example of a high-end notebook that's geared towards a CEO or a senior executive.
So it's a great notebook. Lenovo is really well known for the highest end, the most reliable notebook PCs. And what they've done is they've taken one of their great ultra portables and wrapped it in this beautiful leather covering. And so when I walk around with it, it looks like a folio that an executive would carry, but it is, a top-rated notebook PC, has wireless WAN built into it, and not only is it great technology and great design, but it's a great ownership experience as well. Lenovo includes, with the price of this notebook, a concierge service. So I have a phone number that I can call with one person whose name that I have. They'll help me set up my PC. If there's an issue with it, they'll help me resolve that issue. If I just want to figure out how to use something, I can call them up. So an executive that doesn't have a lot of time to tinker and also wants, the best. I buy this, it's the best, both from a technology perspective. It looks great, it makes me feel good when I walk into a boardroom, and the ownership experience is, bar none, the best.
Hewlett-Packard is also jumping on the bandwagon by integrating fashion styling into its products.
We're making the computer personal again by blending technology with fashion, such as these two one-of-a-kind pieces. For instance, this is a one-of-a-kind piece that has been designed by handbag designer Rebecca Minkoff. It is an absolutely beautiful piece. As I said, it's a one-of-a-kind piece that we are auctioning off on eBay this fall, and that the proceeds will benefit the Christina Foundation, which is nice. Now, not only this, but we have another one I'd like to show you, which is right here. And this one right here is by the street muralist James De La Vega. Again, this is a one-of-a-kind piece being auctioned off on eBay. And if this isn't exactly what you want, you can actually do your own, customize your own skin by going to hp.skinit.com. So you can put your mother's photo on there. You can choose from hundreds of branded as well as non-branded skins. So again, we're making the computer personal again.
Now there's an original idea. Get a photo of your mum on your laptop. You're really onto something there, HP. Fashion gadgets are here to stay, and your next mobile phone, MP3 player, camera or laptop might say as much about you as the clothes you wear.
In addition to running great software and having great components, they also offer great design options. All kinds of different form factors, but they all look great. They're beautiful, and they really express something about me. They have emotional content in addition to just being purely functional.
Next week on Ultimate Gadgets, the ultimate animated history of TV, an in-depth look at PMVs and the ultimate gadget for clairvoyance. And no, it's not a techno crystal ball.
By putting sensor on your head, we be able to measure that change in electrical activity of your brain, and we know not only your conscious thoughts but also your emotions.
So for more digital devices, amazing apparatus and clever contraptions, tune in next week for another exciting instalment of Ultimate Gadgets.